Today, we are diving deep into one of those trendy online stores you see popping up. This one's called Luxebags.com. They're pushing themselves as, the spot for stylish bags, tote bags, raffia bags, that kind of thing. And our mission really is to look behind that shiny website. Is it legit or is it maybe unreliable? We want to give you that quick shortcut.
Yeah, it's definitely needed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so easy now to make a site look good,
Mm-hmm.
but appearances can be really deceiving. We're seeing loads of these pop up, so you really need to be critical.
Okay, let's talk about that surface appeal first because honestly, they kind of nail the look. You land on luxbags.com and it feels modern, polished, lots of nice beachy photos, navigation's clean too. You got bestseller, new in, tote bags, all very clear. And they hook you with things like free shipping over $139. I mean, the user experience is so smooth you could easily think, yeah, this looks like a serious company.
Exactly. It's that sort of rented professionalism look.
Mhm.
But okay, let's start peeling it back because the substance, well, doesn't quite match up. The first big issue is the product information itself. Have a look at the descriptions. They're just super generic.
Generic how?
Well, think about it. If you're selling a quality bag, shouldn't you mention the materials, the lining, maybe where it's made? Luxe bags give you almost none of that. It kind of suggests they might be selling, cheap mass-produced stuff where they don't want you looking too closely.
Right. And then there's the About Us section, or should I say the lack of one.
Mm-hmm.
We looked and it's practically empty. No company address listed anywhere, no social media links, nothing about who actually runs the store.
Yeah, and that's a classic sign. It points towards a structure built for zero accountability.
Meaning,
Meaning if something goes wrong, your order doesn't arrive, the product's who do you even contact? If they're anonymous, they can just disappear.
okay, that's already feeling a bit sketchy. What else did you find?
So this is where we look beyond the site itself. We checked external data, trusted review platforms like Trustpilot or SiteJabber, places where real customers leave feedback.
And let me guess.
Pretty much nothing. Luxbags.com has basically zero presence on these verified review sites.
That can't be good.
No, it's a serious red flag. A complete lack of independent, verifiable reviews usually means the business is either brand new, unproven, or, well, avoiding scrutiny. And adding to that, we checked the domain registration. It looks like the website itself is very, very recent.
Okay, but hang on. Every new business needs a new website, right? Why is recent registration automatically bad?
It's not automatically bad on its own, no.
Right.
When you combine it with everything else, the lack of transparency, no reviews, it strongly suggests the site hasn't been around long enough to build any kind of real reputation. Or maybe more worryingly, long enough to get caught if it is a scam. It fits that pattern of temporary, fast-moving operations.
Okay, wow. And here's where it gets really interesting, connecting this to a bigger picture. We found reports from users online talking about very similar looking sites, sometimes different names, but using the exact same photos, same kind of setup. And these other sites, apparently some just vanished after taking people's money.
Exactly. That suggests Luxebags might not just be, a poorly run shop. It could potentially be part of a network of sites designed to grab cash quickly and then just poof, gone.
So putting it all together then.
Right. If you connect those dots, the total lack of transparency, the new domain, generic products, no reviews, and this pattern of similar disappearing sites, the conclusion is pretty clear, unfortunately. Luxebags.com looks highly risky. We'd strongly advise avoiding it.
Okay, so what's the practical advice for someone listening who maybe saw an ad and liked the look of those bags?
It's simple, really. If you like the style, take a screenshot or note the description. Then search for that same item on platforms you already know and trust. Check Amazon, check Etsy, look for official brand websites. Chances are you might find the same or a very similar style from a seller you can actually, verify. Don't risk your money on an anonymous site like this.
So the big takeaway here seems to be that a fancy digital storefront can easily hide what's really going on or not going on behind the scenes.
Precisely. It hides the lack of quality control, the lack of company information, everything. And it leaves us with a final thought, maybe something for you to consider. In this age of super fast e-commerce, one-click buys, how often do we actually pause? How often do we check that domain age or look for a real address on the About Us page or search for those third-party reviews before hitting buy on a site we've never used before? That little bit of diligence, that's your best defense.